Hello my friends, my name is Kale and welcome to my pistol parts guide for both intense and casual players of Borderlands 2. Starting off, pistols in Borderlands 2 have 4 core parts: the barrel, grip, sight, and accessory. White rarity weapons will never have an accessory, green and blue weapons may have one, while purple rarity weapons always include an accessory. Though there are a few exceptions, like Moxie's Good and Bad Touch, or the Orc SMG from Tina's DLC, which don't always spawn with one. Legendary, Seraph, and Pearlescent pistols will always have an accessory, but the Infinity pistol is an exception, spawning without one. So while most guns follow the accessory rule, there are some outliers, but in general, the higher the rarity, the more likely it is to include an accessory. What attachments should you aim for? To keep it simple, go for attachments that match the manufacturer. A dull grip on a dull gun, Hyperion grip and barrel on Hyperion gun, and so on. The only part that doesn't matter as much is the scope. It's mainly for preference and doesn't give any bonuses. Different parts offer different advantages and disadvantages, but it's mostly in the OP levels where perfect parts really become significant. Still, it doesn't hurt to farm for good parts early on if you're serious about min-maxing. There are exceptions depending on what you're trying to achieve, like using the Bada Boom for launching yourself. You might want faster fire rate and quicker reload speed. Matching parts across the weapon is what the community calls a god roll. If you want to practice, I recommend using an item drop multiplayer mod and a mod that shows weapon parts on item cards. I have a tutorial on mod installation on my channel if you're interested. Here's a quick terminology breakdown. This section gets a little technical, so feel free to skip ahead using the timestamps if you're looking for something specific. Impulse accuracy refers to how much your weapon's accuracy worsens with each shot. The cluster range, so that means the area where your shots can land, widens with each shot, but recovers when you stop firing. The fire interval is the time between each shot affecting your fire rate. Accuracy regen, this is how fast your weapon's accuracy recovers after you stop firing. A slower regen means it takes longer for your weapon to become accurate again. Weapon spread is the randomness or deviation of your bullets from the intended target. Lower weapon spread means your bullets will land closer to your aiming point. Minimum accuracy is how precise your weapon can be, meaning your shots land very close to the target. Max accuracy is how inaccurate it can become with shots scattering more. Barrels spin up and barrel spin down time. Spin up refers to how long it takes for a weapon, like miniguns, to reach maximum firing speed. Spin down is how long it takes for the weapon to slow back down to its base rate after you stop firing. Burst impulse scale. This increases the cluster range faster when firing in bursts, making each shot less accurate more quickly in rapid fire bursts. Elemental parts in Borderlands 2 don't have a visible model, but instead they add glowing lights over the weapon in their respective elemental color. There are 6 non-unique elemental parts, 1 for each element and 1 for no element. Each element affects weapon damage differently. In the 6, I included cryo damage for the pre-sequel because they're kind of like the game scaling model is very similar in the pre-sequel. No element has no damage reduction, while any element on a gun will reduce damage by 20%. Material parts don't have a visible model, but instead determine the textures and visual appearance applied over the weapon. These parts give the weapon its distinct look depending on the manufacturer and rarity. There are 44 non-unique material parts, 1 for each rarity manufacturer combination. Additionally, in Tiny Tina's DLC, each manufacturer has an extra gemstone material, giving the weapon a unique sparkling appearance. In the pre-sequel, Hyperion introduces an old Hyperion material for each rarity, bringing a retro worn-down look to their weapons. Most material parts provide no gameplay-related stat bonuses. These are purely cosmetic, changing the weapon's appearance to reflect its rarity and manufacturer, but the ones that do provide the bonuses you see on screen here. Weapon balance defines which parts a weapon can have, determining the potential combination of barrels, grips, and sights, and accessories. While balances themselves don't directly affect weapon stats, they play a crucial role in the actual generation of the weapons. In short, weapon balance dictates which parts are available for each weapon and how those parts are assembled during loot generation. Understanding weapon balance is important to recognizing which parts can spawn on specific weapons, helping you identify the best or most ideal setups for farming specific weapon combinations. As the name suggests, weapon type definitions outline the unique properties and characteristics of each weapon type. There is only one definition per manufacturer, and these definitions play a key role in shaping how each weapon functions in combat. Some weapon type definitions also provide stat bonuses, as you can see on the screen here. Weapon definitions are crucial if you're trying to calculate the exact stats of a weapon. They serve as the foundation for determining a weapon's overall performance. To begin with, definitions define the base values for all stats stored on the weapon. These base values, such as damage, accuracy, reload speed, and elemental effects, are then modified by the weapon's parts, rarity, and any other bonuses provided by the manufacturer. Without these definitions, it would be impossible to accurately calculate a weapon's final stats or understand its full potential. In addition to defining base values for weapon stats, definitions also outline grade bonuses, which are unique to each manufacturer, and how these bonuses are converted into standard weapon stats. These grade bonuses modify key aspects of a weapon's performance, giving each manufacturer a distinct feel. Let's take dull grade bonuses, for example. Accuracy regens at a faster rate after firing. Burst fire becomes more accurate as the accuracy degradation is reduced. Slightly faster firing rate between shots. Each shot degrades accuracy less, improving overall precision in sustained fire. Maximum possible accuracy is improved, reducing the overall spread. Weapon starts off slightly more accurate. Slightly faster reload speed. Weapon damage is slightly increased. Tighter spread of bullets, improving accuracy. And field of view when zoomed is slightly narrower, improving precision aim. Next, let's move on to the parts themselves. We will start with grips. Note that all weapon attachments have the same model, but differ in weapon skins with different manufacturers for the body of the gun. Pause the video if you want to read the advanced section I've outlined in each of these parts. The Jacobs grip has increased damage, less than torque. It has lowered fire rate, lowered reload speed, and extra recoil. Matching grip Jacobs on a Jacobs body will give you better impulse accuracy, an additional mag size, and approximately 30% more reload time, I believe that is. Torg pistol grips will give you more damage, higher than Jacobs pistol grip bonus. It will give you less accuracy, less reload speed, and additional recoil. With a Torg grip body bonus, you have +3 mag size and 30% reload time. The dull grip will give you less recoil, additional recoil recovery at the cost of damage. Matching grip will give you mag size and faster reload speed. TDR grip will give you additional reload speed at the cost of damage and magazine size. Matching grip will give you 2 mag size and faster reload time. Bandit grip cannot spawn with a Vladoff pistol. It will give you increased magazine size, lower reload speed, and less accuracy. Matching grip will give you +4 mag size and faster reload speed. Hyperion will give you accuracy, recoil recovery at the cost of damage. I believe that the damage debuff for the Hyperion pistol is the greatest out of all the other grips. Matching grip will give you additional mag size and faster reload. Malawan pistol grips will give you elemental effect chance. Matching grip will give you +3 mag size and faster reload time. Malawan guns, for example, you would not want a Malawan grip on a Jacobs pistol because a Jacobs pistol cannot spawn with elemental effects. Vladoff pistol grip will give you fire rate at the cost of damage and recoil recovery. Matching grip, +4 mag size, and faster reload speed. Next, let's move on to pistol barrels. The Jacobs barrel gives you increased damage and accuracy at the cost of less fire rate and more recoil. Matching barrel gives you better impulse accuracy, weapon damage, and less weapon spread. Torg gives you additional damage at the cost of accuracy, fire rate, reload speed, and extra recoil. Matching barrel gives you better fire interval, higher mag size, and more weapon damage. The dull barrel gives you less recoil, better accuracy, more recoil recovery at the cost of damage. Matching barrel to a dull body gives you a extra 2 burst count, extra weapon damage, and less weapon spread. The TDR barrel does absolutely nothing. That could be a good thing, or that can be a bad thing. The banded barrel gives you increased damage at the cost of accuracy, The amount of damage that it gives you is less than Torg. Matching Grip Bandit Barrel will give you better impulse accuracy and more weapon damage. The Hyperion Barrel will give you increased accuracy, increased recoil recovery at the cost of damage. Matching Barrel will give you better impulse accuracy, more weapon damage, and less weapon spread. The Maliwan Barrel will give you elemental effect damage and accuracy. Matching Barrel will give you status chance modifier, more damage, and less weapon spread. Once again, this isn't particularly the best on non-elemental guns. The Vladov Barrel, arguably the best barrel in the entire game for pistols, will give you fire rate, magazine size, less recoil at the cost of accuracy. You cannot use Vladov pistol barrel with a Jacobs gun. Matching Barrel will give you better barrel spin-up time, additional mag size, and more weapon damage. Moving on to E-Tech barrels. So essentially what makes an E-Tech gun an E-Tech gun is the fact that it will spawn with an E-Tech barrel. There are two different types of E-Tech weapons. There are E-Tech and there is E-Tech homing. With an E-Tech barrel you will get increased damage, more elemental effect chance. It will cost additional ammo per shot. On a Maliwan gun, it will give you 3 ammo per shot, and it cannot hit critical hits. Moving on to accessories, I have the prefixes with the accessory. Pause the video if you care to read them. The accuracy laser, with this accessory, you'll see an actual laser coming out compared to the double laser where you will not see a laser coming out of the gun. This increases your accuracy and your projectile speed. Bayonet 1 and 2. Simply, it gives you 50% more melee damage. The double laser attachment is probably one of the more sought after attachments. You'll see a lot of people go for the Twin Hornet from Knuckle Dragger, the binary Thunderball Fist from Flint, and the double penetrating Unkempt Herald. This will increase your magazine size and your projectile count by 1 at the cost of slightly less damage, less accuracy, more ammo cost, and lower fire rate. On Hyperion, this will give you more impulse accuracy. The stock attachment, arguably my least favorite attachment, simply just gives you accuracy. The Tech 1 mag gives you increased mag size at the cost of more reload time. Tech 2 damage gives you more damage at the cost of accuracy. Tech 3 fire rate gives you more fire rate at the cost of damage. On Jacobs pistols, they will give you +2 additional ricochets. I will now briefly be explaining scopes. Scopes are a bit complicated. They don't particularly affect gameplay and they're purely up to player preference. Each scope will be consistent with reducing your movement speed by approximately 1/3. Here's my list of manufacturers ordered from highest weapon spread reduction, so best accuracy boost when zoomed to lowest weapon spread reduction. First we have the No Sight. We have the Jacobs, Hyperion, Doll, Bandit, Torg, Maliwan, Vladov, and Tedidor. Tedidor? Tedidor. Tedidor. Anyways, my friends, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you for tuning in. I will link my sources in the description of this video. The Google Docs tables I made personally, but the information had to come from somewhere. There's a ton of info, and any experts in the comments, please let me know if I got anything wrong. I would really appreciate it. So, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. I'll see you another time, my friends. Bye-bye.